Hi everybody! Today I'm going to show you everything that I take with me when I go camping. So my family and I bought a camper about 1.5 years ago, and we have been using it as much as we can since we got it. So these days, if I'm out of the house at all, if we're on a trip or something, it is usually with the camper. So I've gotten pretty comfortable with how I pack all of my journaling things up with me. And I think my journals are definitely a camping necessity. So I'll show you what I do. It is always an evolving process, but I feel the most comfortable with the setup that I have at the moment. So I have all of my journals here. These are all the ones that I bring with me. This is just my Omni journal. It's just what I write in every single day. It's currently a B6 Slim in the Speckled Fawns cover. And then I have these two A6 Folios from LeCow. This is a chocolate cover. This is a nude cover. This is my 5-year Hobonichi for gratitude. And this is my Midori MD 1 Day 1 Page for hand lettering practice and kind of self-care. And these two, these are Maker South covers, and these hold the Hobonichi weeks that I use to journal to my kids. And then this last thing is an A6 Maker South that is for tracking medical needs for someone I take care of. So that, how many is this? All right, so that's 6. And let me move this out of the way. I'll do this one. I'll do this big thing last. Ooh. So these 6 books go in this bag. And this is just a really cheap bag that I got from Target like 1 year ago. And it has been in and out of use. It's just a tiny backpack. It's, I don't know, it has like Konkin vibes, but it was really inexpensive, and I hadn't used it for a while, and then like 3 months ago or so I busted it back out, and it just happened to be exactly what I needed. So I'm gonna put all of my journals in here and show you how everything fits. Okay, so this is the top of the bag, and they all just fit in there like that. It's really nice and easy. It's snug. They all fit perfectly. There's like this padded back here with this pocket, and there are 2 thin pockets right here. I don't really use them. Sometimes I'll just slip a pen in here. But this is how I carry them. That's it. That's all. It's really simple. I just zip it up. There are nothing in these front pockets at all. Sometimes I'll just stick in like a charger or something, like my phone charger if I need to, but mainly all of this is just for all of my books that I journal in. And then the other main thing is this huge guy. So this is an ArtBin, I don't know, I just got it off Amazon. I will link everything in the description, but it's just an art case, and it fits 12 by 12 sheets of like scrapbooking paper. And I just wanted to make sure that I didn't have to fold anything or cut anything down and just make extra work for myself. But I also didn't want something humongous, you know, that needed to have wheels or something. So this is fairly thin. It's got 2 layers. I'll open it up. I also like that this is clear, so I can see everything in here, most everything, at a glance. And I am just a huge sucker for clear bags, clear containers, especially when I'm dealing with all of this like tiny pieces of ephemera and things. I just like to be able to quickly spot it. So the way, let me see if I could zoom out a little. All right, so I had to raise my phone up. So what I have here, this whole top piece comes off and there are no dividers in here at all. It's just one big open space. And then underneath here are the divided sections. So as you can see, I don't have too much in here. What I pack are the things that I know I'll need to use. And this is me with the bare minimum of stuff, which I know is pretty ridiculous. So I've just got my sprocket charger. I have a date stamp with an ink pad. It's just one of those Versa Magic ones. Whiteout, some permanent pens. When I was junk journaling, I really liked having a lot of different types of markers and pens on me, and I just haven't removed them since I quit junk journaling. This is my fountain pen section, but I'm currently keeping my fountain pens within my journaling setup, within my leather cover. So I only have the one Lamy in there now. These are just some metallic brush pens, my scissors. These are the Pentel dual or hybrid dual metallic pens. I love these, but they bleed through paper really easily, even Tomoe River paper. So I still love them. I'm still working on these. And then my tape runner, my glue stick, and then just regular plain Scotch tape. And if I have all of this stuff, I am literally a happy camper. So then this top tray, it just sits in here. So this is all of my stickers, little tiny loose ephemera, and I kind of have this organized in a way that makes sense to me, because I didn't want to have things like 5 layers stacked, because then I would have to really dig into stuff. This is pushing it a bit, but at least I know where everything is. So right here, I have all of my washi tape cards. What I am planning on doing, I'm working on it, but I've had a huge hiatus here for a while. But I want to get every single washi tape that I own on a card. And I'm going to use these thinner ones. I got like a huge pack off Amazon, like these skinnier cut ones, because I actually think they'll fit in these divided sections way better, and then I can free up more space up here. So I'm just trying to use these up first. And so for now, I just keep them right here. I have some pens that I was frequently using, and I just kept them right here, even though they go like right here with my scissors. But I didn't like having to keep pulling this up to grab them, and then they kind of just migrated right there on their own, and I'm really happy with that. And then I just have a lot of these clear pouches. So these are, I believe, like B6 size pouches. Again, I will link the things below. There's 3 of them here. So this one is, it houses a bunch of like date printables and collage sheets, mostly from Courtney Diaz and her Patreon. This contains a bunch of stickers, like a ton of stickers, all different kinds of stickers. These are all Patreon printables as well, but they are not sticky. So there are stamps in here, just, I guess, dry pieces of ephemera. And that's how I have things separated. And they stack up quite nicely right here. I have my sprocket for photos. This really big zip pouch. This holds a bunch of washi stickers. I've collected so many of these over this whole year, and I really need to use them up, so I just stuck them all in here. And they're all washi stickers, and I really love them because they're so thin. So that lays over there, over here. And so everything else in here are sheets of stuff that have just not been cut down yet. So this is some random stuff. It's like a journaling card and a postcard. So I have some sticker sheets here that wouldn't fit in any of these bags. They're just some bigger ones. I love these. Robin at Talks from the Heart sent these to me and I've really been enjoying them. And these are from London Gifties. It was just an old vintage paper pack and I've just plopped those here. And then these are a bunch of Little Raven ink, Courtney Diaz Patreon printables, James Luke Burke printables. I really need to get into these and cut them out. And yeah, so it's just a bunch of stuff. This is from Cece's Art Cafe. And then let me see. These are magazine pages and clippings and things that I was wanting to use, a camping thing there. So I have enough. So I need to be working through all of this stuff right now. So, and that is it. That is what I have. And this was like a huge magazine. So I definitely needed this big space to keep this size in there without trimming it down, because I don't know how I want to trim it down until I know where I want to put it in my journal. So everything, you know, sits pretty nicely together. I don't have to struggle to get everything back where it goes. I can do with some more simplification of this, but my problem is that, where's my bullet? There it is. My problem is that I like to have my entire stash with me. Obviously, I don't, but I have almost everything, and I have at least one representation of everything that I have. So these aren't all the pens and stamps and everything that I own, but you know, I at least have one stamp, one ink pad, something, and then I can switch it out if I want to. And I can switch out my colored pens if I want to. I have a ton of Crayola super tips. And if I wanted to either add those in here or switch them out with some, you know, colored pens that I don't want to use at the moment, then I can. So I just like to have something of everything in here. That way I feel like I'm using what I have and that I have a variety to choose from and it's all together and I can kind of see how everything looks together. So that is all that I bring with me. So it's just this container of all of the journaling bits and then the backpack with the actual journals in them. So I just grab both of these things and I'm good to go. I used to carry my Delphonics utility pouch and I just think that the pouches are just too small for what I'm trying to do, because I could just carry multiple pouches and organize everything in here in some kind of way and put them in multiple pouches. But I am not fond of the idea of having to pull out 3 different pouches and having to open them up and dig through them for some reason, because I'm sure this takes the exact same amount of space as 3 bags lined up would. But for some reason, having it all in the same place makes it more cohesive and less chaotic for me than trying to juggle a few different bags. Even though there are zip pouches in here. I don't know, but it's just the way I'm wired apparently. So this is what I'm doing right now. And when I was using a soft bag like the Delphonics, I would just throw it in the bag that had my journals. And I just wasn't happy with that, like I said. And also the Delphonics has a lot of pockets on the outside, and I just found it just did not contain everything as safely as I wanted to. I was too afraid that things would fall out, things would open and then ruin my journals or something. So I like having this one thing that I can grab that has everything in it, and then all of my leather and paper are together protected in here. So for the last few months, this has been working really, really nicely for me. And I'm always going to be on the hunt for a case that would be even more efficient for me. So, you know, I'm constantly trying to improve this process here. But anyway, that is what I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all again soon. Bye.